Welcome back. Love Boat Project 59.
Wow.
I am your host, Mike Robertson, joined as always by Mike Taylor. Mike, what is your favorite Vic back? Vic Keybacks or Vic Tayback?
Oh man. It's tough. It's tough to give you a simple answer to that. I don't know if I was disappointed. My expectations were too high. I think my expectations were too high because I felt like nobody was a winner, to be honest with you. And I thought this was a slam dunk.
This is I think we're in agreement in some parts and maybe not in others, but I agree with you in that this had maybe the highest expectations in terms of like we've watched every episode to this point. But then it also had a star of the era that we were excited to see.
That was known for appearances on the Love Boat, no less.
Right. And then a third storyline, which was legitimately just a Three's Company episode.
Well, I think that the main Vicki story, for as much time as they took, for as big of a slice as they took of the hour, the 44 minutes, I don't know. I maybe we had unrealistic expectations is the only thing I can come up with.
We'll get into it. I think they landed the plane better than I expected, but maybe that's more about my expectations. But we'll get to it. But the other two storylines sucked.
It's funny. It's like going into it, I'm like, well, I wonder if the season of the olds will continue. We had a bit of a break from that.
Yeah.
No. And also, Mike, the streak is broken as far as like weddings.
Yeah, I think we're even now. And it's funny because I thought we were going to get one.
Oh, I thought Harry and Anne.
Yeah.
Like
I thought we were going to get Tayback there for a wedding.
Oh, she was going to have her hair braided to interlock with his upper arm hair so they could become one. Ooh, what a hairy individual that guy is.
All right. We are here to talk about the 8th episode of season 3. As you can see, I'm finding a better way to combo your numbers and my numbers, but this is
well done, sir. Well done.
Episode 9 by the Mike's count, but it's the 8th episode of season 3. Trial romance. A new woman. And never say goodbye. And never say goodbye is doing the heartstring pulling tonight for sure.
Yeah, but couldn't a new woman be Vicki? And never say goodbye. Couldn't that be the Tayback Joanne Flood storyline? Would swap them up. I mean, crap. What's the difference?
It was never say goodbye because it never ended. It just kept going, going.
Oh, you guys are still. Oh, we're still okay.
The synopsis for this bad boy: 2 opposing members of a hung jury meet up, which is a generous way of saying this is a local bus this week. Meryl's estranged daughter Vicki runs away from home to be with Meryl. And then Julie plays matchmaker to Barry Briscoe and Rose Kennicott. But Barry thinks that Julie's hitting on him.
Didn't see. Well, I mean, he's not far off. Let's be honest. It's not. He's heard stories.
Yeah, I was gonna say if he's watched a couple episodes, he knows.
He might be 5 years too old for Julie. Maybe. Come on. It's not that far-fetched.
Like, if he was Jim Wright's dad, would you have been shocked? Like, he kind of had that vibe. Like,
that's funny. Yeah.
Well, I'm most excited about a new character that we have in this episode, which is Julie McCoy, female columnist, advice columnist, because she was laying it out this week. Very exciting.
Of all people to lay it out.
And of all things to lay out. Like,
right.
So.
It was a weird take.
Original air date for this thing, November 3rd, 1979. What else is on? And we could probably live here for a while tonight if we wanted to.
Exciting. I'm excited to know what's on CBS. Little Seamus, Big Seamus was last week. That can't be. They're not going to do it again, are they?
Well, we will end with CBS. Whet your appetite with NBC.
All right. Some chips.
We stop
BJ.
into chips. I wasn't going to go deep into chips, but the first line of the synopsis this week was that Punch is still in the hospital, which I thought was odd.
Still.
So I looked it up. Apparently, Eric Estrada got injured in the episode prior, legit. And so in this episode, he is nursing legit injuries.
They just wrote it. It's a shoot injury, brother. Yeah. Wow. I wonder how bad the injury was. Or they just milking it like he had a...
Yeah, I mean, I hope it's not his sax hand. So I hope he's okay.
He can only play fast sax now. I don't know what happened. It's not the same.
At 9 o'clock, for the first time in a long time, no BJ, no Bear.
Whoa.
No rerun, no rent. The first of two parts of the film MacArthur, starring Gregory Peck.
Really?
Biopic of General Douglas MacArthur.
Okay.
Excited?
I mean, no.
Yeah.
No, I'm not excited. If it was Patton,
the weird thing
I'd be excited. But I'm not excited about a MacArthur movie.
The weird thing about it is that the runtime of the actual film, like in the theaters, was 2 hours and 10 minutes. But this is 2 hours tonight, and then there's a second part. So they are stretching MacArthur pretty thin to get it to be two parts.
What are they? A minute? 2 minutes of MacArthur followed by 5 minutes of Don't Squeeze the Charmin. Back to jeez.
Or it's like those Rocky movies where the first 20 minutes were just the last 20 minutes of the previous one
in slow motion. Yeah.
But on CBS. Now they split the baby tonight. We have an 8 to 9:30 and then a 9:30 to 11.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
At 8 to 9:30, and I believe we talked about this group of ragamuffins last week, thinking we would have gotten perhaps a Great Pumpkin, but instead, Charlie Brown and the boys are here for Race for Your Life, Charlie Brown. Don't know that I've ever seen this one. Have you?
Sounds impending. What is that? Race for There's someone after you, Chuck. Like,
the gang goes to the city, right?
Oh.
The Peanuts gang goes to summer camp, and they participate in a relay race against some cheating bullies.
Wow.
I don't remember that.
I don't either. It's not like those Charlie Brown, any of those Peanuts gang. None of them were in like tip-top shape. They were all sort of roundish.
Well, and the thing is, too, it's like, if it wasn't a holiday one, those Peanuts ones were not memorable.
Oh, and nobody cares what those guys are doing on a regular Monday through Friday.
Exactly. And summer camp, and nothing says summer camp like November 3rd. Like, it's like...
What? Again, what a weird... That's not... Okay. Come on, CB. What's going on? What happened to the Jeffersons? Throw a sitcom on. Throw a movie. All right. I'm gonna hold back because I bet you there's something amazing on.
At 9:30.
9:30 to 11.
9:30 to 11. Robert Forster.
Okay. I'm awake. Yeah.
Mia Farrow.
Okay.
And Rock Hudson star.
Whoa. All right.
In the 1978 film Avalanche.
Ooh, that's better than the Charlie Brown special. I could get into a movie called Avalanche.
Well,
all right.
Hang on.
Unless it's a metaphor.
Vacationers at a winter wonderland struggle to survive after an avalanche of snow, thanks guys, crashes into their ski resort.
Huh.
I reached out to former guest and terrible movie expert Dan Thompson for his opinion on this.
He said
he's actually seen it. While it's horrible, it's not as bad as you think. He also said that it came out the exact same time as Piranha, and everyone thought Avalanche would be the big hit, and it was not.
Wow, no one saw that coming.
This movie
Avalanche.
received, like, I think the lowest rating we have for a Love Boat is the Hulk Hogan one in season 9. I think it's like a 4.5. Avalanche got a 3.7.
Ooh.
Also interesting is the runtime is only in the film itself is 1 hour and 31 minutes, which means they're going to have to cut a bunch of the thrilling plots of Avalanche to get this into the 90 minutes.
Were movies generally, was the rule of thumb to always, like when we were kids growing up this time period, was it always 2 hours? Like, I feel like that was rule of thumb, or no?
I think, it's funny. I think it was like hour 30, hour 40. But I know like Star Wars is 2 hours. I know Star Wars is 2 hours. But I think there was also like the era of 4 hours and a break in the middle. Like remember
that was on 5 nights in a row. Yeah.
Remember at the video store that you would have the double box?
Yeah, Scarface was a double.
Right.
Yeah, you had a few of those.
Right.
Godfather. Yeah.
So I think there wasn't that middle. Now everything is way too long. Everything's like 2.5 hours, which is 90 minutes for the most part is perfectly fine. Based on what I've heard about Avalanche, you didn't need 90 minutes. So
no. Oof. Well, at least we didn't pay a ticket to see it in the theater.
The trailer is interesting. The trailer is interesting. I found the trailer because it's like, I think it's basically Towering Inferno, right? But
with snow. With an avalanche of snow. Thanks.
I think Rock Hudson is the environmentalist, and Robert Forster is like the owner developer, and Rock Hudson's like, no, don't build here. It's not sturdy, or something. It's not
safe.
So the first half of the trailer is that. And they're going back and forth with all this stuff. And then all of a sudden it's like, and Mia Farrow is the woman they love. It's just like out of nowhere.
We need the opposite sex, damn it.
Yeah.
It's getting a little too weird with these two guys. Get a woman in there, Mia Farrow. Yeah, that's.
And I will say it's about 3/4 of the way through. It's after the snow starts to fall. There is the worst line reading ever of Avalanche. It's just like this guy's about to die. And he just like...
Wonder if that, special effects would be easy. He would just open a door and a guy off camera like throw bucket of snow. Like you could really lowball.
Oh, it's probably just like that stuff they used to have in the department store Santa sets. It's just like that weird cotton. That, like,
it's funny. You can see the snow, but you can't see anybody's breath. They're like, shut up.
Yeah, it's a guy in shorts in the background.
Just not good.
Shout out in the movie Jeanette Nolan of Cloak and Dagger fame, and also, of course, famously, the lady Doc cracked open with no consent form in the first episode of Bricker. I hope she doesn't fall.
Okay. Hope she's in one piece still.
Credits. Very small.
Yeah.
Very small portaled cast this week, although a few people got kernsed, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Louis Nye, the science guy, stars as Barney Briscoe. This is the first of 5 boats.
Wow.
For Louis Nye. 4, 7, 9, and 10, including, you guessed it, the series finale. Yeah. So.
Oh. I
he
liked
plays
him.
himself.
I thought he was good.
He plays himself in the series finale. I don't know what the hell is going on.
Why would you play finale. Who that? Like, I don't even know who. I've never heard of Louis Nye.
Maybe he murdered from. Maybe he murdered. Do you think this is going to end up being some like meta Through the Looking Glass last episode?
Yeah, I was never Barney. I was always Louis. Yeah, it's going to be
Steubing's. Right, Steubing's like, I don't know who murdered Peter Graves. Let's take a look at these VHS tapes.
No, you know what it is? It's going to end. The show will go dark like a Sopranos, but then it'll go light and it'll be Steubing waking up with Stacey
Mary Tyler Moore.
Skarsgård. This whole thing was just like, oh, I choose you and not the sea. Boom.
He was best known, I think, at least I know him from, he was Jeff Garland's dad in the early seasons of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
You know, it's funny. I've never seen that show.
Really?
Not one episode. I'm not opposed to it. I'm a big Seinfeld guy.
Well, you got a lot. I mean, you have a lot there if you decide to get into it. Like that's that's a good binge.
Oh, it's good to. I've heard good things.
Yeah, it's good.
It's on my
and
list.
I bet you it's better. I bet you
Like
it's
a
better.
bunch.
Like all. Yeah, I was just gonna say like because there were all these breaks in between. I always enjoyed it. So
I was a huge fan of the It's Gary Shandling show.
I mean, that's not really the same thing, but yeah.
I think I would just want to
Gotcha. Shout out Gary Shandling.
shout it, Gary.
Not on the boat, although we have seen Although we have seen his neighbor already.
We have seen it. It's a good point.
Joanne Flug is back as Anne Noyce. Now, did you remember who she was?
I remember the name, but I did not remember who she was.
That's funny. I had the exact same journey. So I was like, Joanne Flug. I know that name. Why do I know that name? And I look at her kind of like the brief IMDb and I'm like, nope, that ain't it. I don't know who she is. Like her biggest thing is she was in the MASH movie.
Yeah.
As Lieutenant Dish.
Lieutenant Dish.
So anyway, it's her second boat. She was one of the 3 women, the first woman, in fact, that was courted and bedded by the cruise ship Casanova.
That's right.
She's the one that gets the purse hooked up in the first one. So I think that's Vinny, if I remember correctly.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
So in real life, see if you can get this. In real life, she was married to a game show host, not someone that we have seen on the boat.
Canadian or American?
I don't think he was Canadian, especially based on his later politics.
I want to say Chuck Woolery.
That is correct. I'll see you in 2 and 2.
Just based on the politics line, you gave it away there.
Yeah, it's either him or Wink Martindale.
Yeah, it's one of the two.
She will be back 2 more times. Gail Storm as Rose Kennicott. First of her 2 boat appearances. Guess what, Mike? She's on the last one. Guess what, Mike?
Everybody as herself.
She plays herself. Don't understand.
It's gonna. What? So now I'm just thinking it's gonna be every living former passenger, but in their actor sent. Like, are they just gonna like?
But not everybody that we've come across is playing themselves. In fact, we have another one in the credit list here. But like, remember Don Knotts was going to play like window repairman or something. So I don't even know. I have no idea what's happening.
I know it's a long and it's like a whodunit, but okay.
Like, is there a world where they somehow like have a like in real life they have some sort of like party and there's a red carpet and they encapsulate incorporate that into the.
Or maybe they just told you, hey, we're having celebrities on the boat. I mean, I don't know how you
Louis Nye? The Louis Nye?
The Louis Nye? Not Gail Storm. Famous meteorologist. No.
Seriously.
No, Gail Storm.
I'm thinking of Gail Weathers. I was going to say, wasn't she in Scream?
I think of Carl Weathers.
Oh, I wish he was here.
Yeah, me too.
She is best known as for the titular role in My Little Margie, which apparently was a summer replacement for I Love Lucy and got amazing ratings and hung around for a little bit. Although I feel like back then, to your point, people just left CBS on for the whole summer. So
anything would be golden, sure.
The big boy here, Vic Tayback,
Vic
as Harry Stewart. As you said, he is randomly well known for his Love Boat appearances. This is the first of 6.
Maybe
he'll be back for such things as next season's opener.
Okay, 2-parter, I'm assuming.
It is the season 8 Christmas episode, which is literally called out, which is encouraging.
They listened. They heard what we had to say last week. Sure.
That's true. Although it's season 8, which we're not looking forward to. So.
Yeah, no, we're not.
And that's right. He is in the series finale, but he actually plays a character. It's not Vic Tayback. So
he doesn't play twins. I'm Vic Tayback and Harry.
And also,
I thought it was funny for somebody that he just doesn't look like a Harry Stewart.
Oh, I don't think that was crazy.
No. I'm not that. I just thought it was funny. This big hairy, maybe Greek. Was he Greek?
Yeah.
Just thought that was kind of funny. They gave him a very vanilla ice cream name.
So you think it should have been like George Papadopoulos?
Yeah.
Just that's who everybody.
Just everyone.
Yeah.
A lot of great leaves, stuff like that.
He appeared in all 202 episodes of Alice. So thank God we're not doing Alice Project.
What a role that was for him.
Him, Linda Lavin, and Beth Howard.
Amazing.
All appeared in 202. And it's funny, then it goes down like fourth on the list. Well, Philip McKeon just missed. He missed like 5 episodes, which has to suck, right? Like he didn't get the whole thing. But then it's
you don't
like
get a championship ring.
Right. But then nobody else
so
gets
close.
Triple digits. It's like all the replacements are, so even Flo. So and then technically a guest star, Jill Whaling is back as Vicki Stubing. She made it in the portal this week. I assume she makes it into the credits next.
That's what I'm guessing too.
Do you want to hit the Kernsings or do you want to pick them up as we go through the episode?
I think it'd be fun to pick them up as we go through the episode.
I agree because I don't have a lot on any of them.
No,
there isn't a lot on any of them.
There isn't a lot, but it's interesting when they pop up.
I did not hang around after the credits to see if anybody got the who were the matchstick guys.
Oh, those two. I didn't see. I watched. I didn't see. Did not see it this time.
Any other notes before we get on the boat?
No. I'm ready to get on the boat. I have some things to say. Surprise, surprise. I've applied science to my comments.
Oh wow, that's impressive.
A little Googling, and a little meteorology this week on my part.
Ooh,
so
I'm intrigued.
I'm ready to jump in.
I would like to start by saying this was the finest Meryl Stubing episode we've ever seen. And that's why I'm wearing this captain's hat. As
you can see, mine remains off.
I expect that you do not agree. So
you know what? It's I don't disagree. I thought
it's also a low.
It was a little.
Also thick. A low bar. Oh, well, it was a little thick, but it wasn't as thick as I expected.
No, but it was clearly like Meryl's going to get 28 minutes of this episode.
He was going for it.
He's going for it.
But it's funny, and I said this to you, so for full disclosure, I went back and listened to our episode 32, which was the first Vicki one, to see if they cheated or anything, which they didn't.
What'd you get from that?
That the melodrama and the laying it on thick was a lot more in that episode, because there was a lot more of just those long remember there was those really super close-ups and do you think mommy can hear me praying? I think was, that kind of stuff.
Well,
so
don't forget the flashback when he had a little
we had a lot of flashbacks. Yeah, we didn't get any flashbacks this week. We got clip show again. No, but
clip show.
Anyway,
a very different type of episode, in my opinion.
Yes. Well, like I said, this is way different because this is a TV show that has episodic, plot points that carry through. This is the most we've ever had that.
Oh, 100%. And I think,
and maybe most will ever have it, really, if you think about it.
Listen, we're all about the continuity, and boy, did they provide us with some continuity
can't knock
this
it.
week.
You can't
knock it.
You can't.
I mean, we can try, but
yeah. Oh, yeah. The other stuff we can get to, but it's
execution's a whole nother conversation to have. Sure.
If you went back to a late season 1 episode and we were just complaining about everything, and it was continuity and consistency of character with Stubing, they're there now. Does it stick?
Well, they're forced into it now. They're forced to keep him. I would think
a
little more
drinking and slutting around now.
I mean,
all right, well, let's get on this damn boat. So we open with Captain Stubing going through his mail. Doc shows up looking for his stack of fan mail. A bill. These are just invoices for the ship, right? Or is this his personal mail?
It's all cease and desist, stay how many feet away.
It's another audit notice.
Another audit notice. His breathalyzer results from 1975, from that almost crash. The thing, what stood out for me here, Mike, is you know how I feel about the black pants on the uniform.
Yeah.
So immediately I'm like, oh, are we going back to Alaska, Vancouver, and or the floating totem pole again? Is that why we're in black pants? So what's different here?
I don't think we got short stubing the entire episode. Because it was serious. It was serious.
It was serious. You didn't see him in his tux either. There was no dinner for him. There was no
breakfast
table.
He had the tux with no jacket on the phone.
Yeah, I'm concerned. He was all cummerbund too in that scene.
Well, I think he was making that call either right before or right after. They never really laid out the time when all that was going on, but we'll get to that. So, the reason I assume this is his personal mail is because he's got a letter from Vicki in there too.
Sure.
And they included a current picture of Vicki, which is nice for people that aren't doing a bi-weekly podcast or a bi-monthly podcast and watch all these episodes so you remember what she looks like. So.
Yeah. Wait, how was it? How many episodes roughly?
That was the 7th episode of last season. So yeah, basically, a year
about
ago.
a year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
that's
not too bad.
Out nicely.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. They may have cheated the age a little bit.
I definitely think they cheated.
I'm pretty sure she was like 9 going on 10 last time. So they probably cheated the age a little bit, but not aggressively. Like it wasn't like Walt in Lost where he had to disappear for years. Like so.
Well, I wonder what like the emancipation age is in Mexico. Like maybe she didn't run away.
Almost 12, apparently.
Independence, apparently. Like,
I mean, to be fair, if Vicki had waited around like 2 days, she probably could have gotten a ride. So
I just want to know how she made her way to the ship. Through the. I have a lot of questions about that whole living arrangement too. But we'll.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to jump the gun on that.
Doc says that. Oh man, she's turning into a. Doc says that she is turning into a lovely young lady.
Mm-hmm.
And he brings up that same eyes bit, which they hit that hard again.
It's so weird.
Steubing asks, what do you expect? Yeah. Steubing's like, what do you expect? And then he stops himself because I think he was going to say, what would you expect from, the fruit of my loins? But he kind of humming, and then he gave a compliment to Vicki's mother being a beautiful woman.
Just beating around the bush. Come on, Doc. I thought they had a relationship where like he could call him on some bullshit,
Well, I get the impression, and it kind of plays out through the whole episode, that Steubing is denying it publicly, but also not hard enough that anyone buys it. So
tell you what, he tells it to that donut every bite he takes. That's the only way he can get it out.
He's just crying into the crawlers just every week.
Bury it in that raspberry jelly donut, sir.
After Doc hits the eye thing again, that drives Merrill right to the deck. He just walks away.
Yeah, the deck to do. At least he's not entering this week from the gift shop for the third week in a row. Like, this is the time to check your mail when the passengers are arriving. Hey, what's up, Doc?
No, I have a question now.
Yeah.
So did he bring his mail from his house because they're just getting on the ship? Like, he wouldn't get his mail on the ship, right? Because what the hell are you going to do with it?
I don't know. I mean, I would think that you would live near the port somewhere and you would like swing by or have somebody pick up your. I don't know. They don't really define the life split between working on a ship and then living. Like, where's his house? Where does he live? Because that's the whole thing. It's just,
I'm
why
just
would you
thinking
bring your
like
mail
he
there?
I thought we decided he lived on a houseboat.
Oh yeah, he lives on a houseboat. That's right. But it's just, I don't know. It was very shoehorned. I thought the mail thing was sort of like the bringing up of Vicki was really just kind of force-fed into that moment. And we're going to spend 10 minutes talking about, it was a lot. And I get it. It was just, I don't know why he was opening his mail then.
It would have been funnier if there was like a little mailbox that he got his mail out of.
Or a seagull stops by and puts some in there, flies off animated.
Morning, Captain Stupid.
That would be great. But no. Yeah, I don't know. No.
Maily the mallard.
Just a little narwhal. Here, Steven, that's the mail wheel.
I could spend 40 minutes talking about the mail, but I'm not.
We could keep going. Yeah.
Steven tells Doc that Vicki has adjusted well to life in Mexico. Remember, she's in Acapulco.
How does he know? How does he even know?
Because of the letters.
All the letters say, "Boy, I miss you, Captain Merrill. I miss you so much, Captain Merrill." Shut up.
Well, based on all the random photos he had spread on his desk later, he's gotten multiple letters. So
it's funny you never saw him in any episode other than this. He's like, "Oh, a letter. Let me take out all my pictures I've ever received and lay them out like baseball cards." Like, what are you doing, weirdo? Very odd, sir. Very odd to me.
Just a refresher for those of you who did not go back and listen to flashbacks. Vicki is living with her aunt and uncle, her mom's sister, in Acapulco, and they're taking care of her. Allegedly.
Are they taking care of her?
So, I mean,
bring that up later.
Cartella's not taking care of her either. So.
Yeah, somebody's. Yeah. She didn't answer the phone. Senora Strickland didn't answer when they called.
They're out of town. So,
yeah.
Where's little Jimmy, by the way? So,
everyone's gone.
The house was abandoned.
Just abandoned.
Doc implies that she has Steubing as well as the aunt and uncle, but Merrill says that she only thinks of me as Captain Merrill. That's it. Good time, Charlie.
It just sounds like a bad seafood fast food joint. Come on over to Captain Merrill's. Do you like corn ribs?
Captain Merrill's.
What?
You like fried fish and donuts?
Sometimes we reverse the order. Have dessert first. Come to Captain Merrill's.
From the people who brought you, oh God, what was that Mini Pearls chicken restaurant that failed?
Oh yeah, or the Kenny Rogers, the Friars, whatever that one was. God. Roasters, Kenny Rogers Roasters.
Steubing then says that saying goodbye to Vicki was the hardest thing I've ever had to do. And if I saw her again, I just know I'd have to do it again. And I don't know if I could.
Well, I thought drinking was the hardest thing he ever had to do, to stop drinking.
Well, that's my first question of the night, Mike. What was the second hardest thing that Merrill Steubing ever did? Because wasn't he in D-Day? That seems pretty hard, too.
Avoiding that bridge full of children. That's the hardest thing he ever had to do.
Swerving. Not kissing Raymond Burr.
Oh. Just.
Oh, God.
Boy.
I mean, we saw him jog. That was pretty hard.
That was not very soldier-like in his in his gait. Just looked ridiculous.
So buckle up. We are in for a Gavin McLeod tour de force this week.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot of Merrill.
And the good thing is, and maybe this was intentional or maybe it was, and I don't know that they thought this, but the other two storylines are minimalist at best. And so our focus will be on the main storyline because their focus was on the main storyline.
Yeah, the other two stories were nothing at best.
I will say this. We've both had some bad ones over the years. This could not, except for not having a dance sequence, this could not have been an easier note-taking episode.
Oh, it's a piece of cake.
Yeah.
Well, imagine me. I have 1 page of notes on this episode. Bing, bing, bing. That's it. Normally.
All right, let's get some other characters in this joint.
Let's go.
Rose Kennicott enters the boat, and she looks a bit lost. So Julie goes over to help, ask if she can assist. Rose says, "I think I've made a terrible mistake." But she just got on.
She should let that giant medallion around her neck guide her home. that stupid thing. She had a hubcap around her neck. Let that lead the way. The Fiesta deck, wherever the hell you're staying. Oh, it was this huge, like, illuminating light. Looked like a symbol behind Alex Van Halen. It looked ridiculous.
Okay. So, as horny as this boat has been over the years, it's never been horny enough that people are just making out in the lobby. But that's what's happening here for a while.
Like they were just
like Ken Berry, like just going to town.
Just what are you doing? And they didn't even go and like find an illuminated corner. They just found a place by the steps.
It's the bottom of the steps as the ship is boarding.
It's the worst. Oh,
it's not one of those things. Well, yeah. So Julie refers to the boat as the Love Boat.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, the only the time that happened. And I couldn't remember if it was Scuttlebutt with Dick Van Patten.
I think it was Scuttlebutt. Yeah.
I think it was too. That article that article that outed them, right? The one that Frank released, I think, referenced the Love Boat.
Yeah, I remember that was the phrasing that we thought was kind of cool that they did.
Right. And of course, Charo sang the theme song. So,
badly. Paul Williams is still mad about that.
Rose kind of is offended by the PDA over there. Julie refers to those as indoor games as opposed to the outdoor games of shuffleboard, ping pong, and deck tennis. What is deck tennis?
I'm glad you brought up deck tennis, Mike. I didn't Google it. It's just ridiculous. The fact that how many times have we seen long shots of the boat? I don't see a tennis court. How are you going to play tennis on the deck of a cruise ship? How do you play any sport with a ball? Like, this doesn't make any sense. Like ping pong. There's no deck tennis court. I'm looking on the ship. There's nothing. It doesn't make any sense.
But is it that literal? Like it is just tennis on the deck? Like it's not assuming. like a different sport. It's not badminton, right? That they're just calling deck tennis?
No, that's good. Okay. I was just thinking of badminton. What another terrible deck.
Oh, that would be the worst. That would be worse than ping pong, honestly.
Or lawn darts. That might be bad too.
Yeah, but at least they got some weight on them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think Or paper airplane throwing would be another terrible event. But that's one Matt would do well in. Like Matt probably beats his brother at that one. That's a good one for Matt.
Poor Matt. Rose is all like this younger generation, and then she heads off to find her cabin. She makes sure to pass the people making out and kind of
just
give them
making out. Just TV making out. Lots of smooching.
I mean, come up for some air. It's like 3 p.m. Plus, like, are you both on this boat? Because just go upstairs. Like
people do that when they're saying goodbye. Like the cruise just started. What are you doing?
You getting the chair? Like, what's going on?
Are you back from the war? Like, are you faking?
We're heading to? Are you heading to war? Like,
are you doing this because awesome Mike can't? Is that why the guy in the chair? Is that why we're doing it? The guy who rules? What's going on
Mike
here?
Kelly? Are you doing it for Mike Kelly?
Are you posing for a painter? Like, why are you doing this?
As Rose walks off, Julie says maybe she can find her someone to play some indoor games, and that is the cue for old Barney Briscoe, who approaches Julie looking for assistance.
I don't like the pimping that's going on here on this ship. I don't know what the phrase is, but like Julie's actively going, "Oh, I can see if we can find you some indoor game." Like, whoa,
that's her job, Mike. That's her job.
Her job's getting loosey-goosey every week. Everything's changing. She makes a huge mistake later in this thing, and I time-stamped it so we can see. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? It was like, oh, you clearly came on the boat to engage in random sexual activity with people you don't know. Let's see what we can make happen. And I'm like, yes, that is very presumptuous, ma'am.
Listen, you called it last year, but I think Julie's starting to feel a little threatened because Vicky's got a cruise director outfit.
She's stepping up her game. Well, I have a lot to say about English pub night, but we'll get to that too.
Spoiler.
Awful.
So, Barney is staying in Fiesta room 131. title of episode 9 because there was dog who trapped radar in it. That room should have been condemned and now has been used multiple times. So
you should only use that room for dog birth. There's no other.
Why
would they?
Julie then? Yeah, they should just burn. Plus,
burn that room.
The only way that room should exist is if that Mexican cop with the gun shows back up. He was awesome. Just
what's he gonna shoot the dog? Gonna open the thing and unload on. I got the dog and all the puppies. Back away.
Back away.
But it's just like, why couldn't this be like the 13th floor?
Why did we not count him as crew? Why did he not get a stubby nomination? That's a bad job by us.
I think technically he didn't work on the ship. He was outside, but
still
through a technicality, he got screwed out of a.
That's the problem with first year. That's the problem with first year awards. Yeah. Opportunity missed. Our apologies. Julie kind of pulls a Steubing here and starts answering questions that haven't been asked. Like Barney's looking for something and she's like, oh, you mean your dining assignment, your cabin room? But he knows all this stuff because Barney's prepared.
Barney doesn't mess around. Yeah.
What Barney actually needs help with is finding a woman. He's in the right place. So
here he is.
This is where Julie mentions the love boat thing. So
he's staying in a terrible room. He's got one strike walking on the boat already.
I mean, he is not bringing a lady back to that room.
No,
that is not going to happen.
Smell? I don't know.
Yeah, that smells like 3 years ago. Also, what's this brown soup that I'm being served every night? So
wait, what is this? A $15 cruise ticket? And no captain's table this time? Sign me up.
Why are there all the bed sheets in the tub? It doesn't make any sense.
Just
Barney heads off with the same line of the younger generation. And then he walks by the smoochers on the way to his toxic room. So
that's awful.
Noted Greek Harry Stewart approaches Gopher and Isaac to confirm his room assignment. Isaac says it's a nice room, but Mel's like, don't worry, I ain't gonna be in there because I just spent 9 weeks locked in a jury box. A little bit of an overshare here, buddy. Go ahead.
Can I say that does a 3-piece suit seem to be a bit much for going on a Mexican cruise in early November?
You know what? I think we should pay attention because this has come up a lot. I would like us to note anybody between the ages of like 30 and 100,
right?
That isn't dressed up when they go on this thing. The only people I can think that aren't quote unquote dressed up are like the kids, and then like young folks,
JJ Walker,
like
kind
of
the thing.
Pizza, the pizza bet guys weren't dressed up. It's like,
I tell you what, I bet you they had collared shirts on though.
Yes, they did.
But I mean, it was like a polo. No, I see what you're saying. It's just a step.
But I don't think adults wore, like, you wouldn't wear a t-shirt, I guess, right? So then,
I guess not.
Yeah, I don't know. It's something to pay attention to.
As he's really like, damn, 3-piece suit. Good Lord. Yeah. Or maybe he's doing that to hold down all his body hair. He needs a couple different layers to hold down that. Those. It
would have been funny if he had the nice 3-piece suit on, but he had the little Mel hat on.
Just yelling dingbat to everyone that's listening.
Turns out that the trial that he was on the jury for was a pretty famous one. It was the Hamilton case where wife tried to kill the husband 3 different times.
Wow.
The boys are like, I can't believe she got off innocent, or at least, got away with it. Harry's like, 11 men knew she was guilty, but there was this one woman kept insisting that she was innocent. This woman named Noyce. Before the obvious thing that's going to happen happens, I just wanted to say Vic Tayback, in the history of acting, is the greatest. I'm about to call a woman by a very derogatory thing, but I stop myself and call her a much less derogatory thing. Like, he is the greatest actor at that of all time. It's very specific.
Amazing self-restraint.
This woman. It's just like,
that's like his. That's his
thing.
You just got Taybacked.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I appreciated
it.
It
felt harsh, and then they backed up on it and made it not as harsh.
Right.
You just got Tayback. Yeah, I agree. He did the same thing as Mel. It was the same thing.
Yeah. It really was. It really was. We got a little more tenderness out of him at the end, but
that's enough vodka and or gin will do that to anybody, sir.
I was gonna have 10 martinis tonight to do the show, but the shock of shocks who shows up on this local bus. That's right, it's Ann Noyce. The very same woman from the jury.
What?
Yeah, I know. Of all the gin or vodka joints in the world.
Didn't expect to see you here, Noyce. This is going to be a long episode with the noise. I thought about this ahead of time. I'm just like, how many times? Because I can't help myself.
Also, what if that trial had gone 11 weeks? Like, they wouldn't have missed their cruise?
As soon as you left, you be walking to the cruise ship. Did you guys just convene? Yeah, a little weird.
Is he like actually in love with her the whole time, and he heard that she was going to be on the cruise, and he's just doing this move, and it worked?
No, because he wasn't interested until she said, you're kind of handsome. And he was like,
drunk.
He's like,
drunk.
Oh, he goes, in one word, noise.
I mean, listen, I am certainly not someone to judge, but alcohol had a lot to do with them getting together. So.
10 glasses. Yeah, this is, I mean, it was the single contributing factor because all they did was argue. Wow.
Yeah.
It's alcohol.
Harry does not take the arrival of Ann Noyce very well. And these two argue a bit and then head off to their cabins with Anne clearly the more calm of the two. But I'm sure that whole storyline will expand.
Well, again,
arguing about the trial. That would be weird if it was the whole episode.
It can't be. Well, it's funny with her. Imagine if she had that skill to like almost say something. It like, you know what I mean? Like it played to his strengths to do that, to have the restraint not to say it, because it just strengthened her character. Just made her look like more reasonable at the end of the day.
Yeah, she was cool under pressure, which is probably how she survived that 12 Angry Men that she was in. So she was a real Henry Fonda.
Nice.
Horn. And then we go to Stubing's office, where this is where he has all the Vicki photos spread out on his desk. Like
he's looking at his 16 different Olarudes all laid out.
See, I thought it was the end of like Usual Suspects or something. He's got a little red string between all of them. So
it's Memento. He's about to tattoo those pictures on his leg so he doesn't remember or forget whichever it was. I can't remember.
You know what, Meryl? Go to the ice bucket. Grab $20, go buy some frames, man. Come on.
Yeah. Make a collage, do something, or have it so you don't have to just, because thank God it's a windless cruise. Don't leave that porthole open.
Put him in
sweeping away.
Put him in a trapper keeper at least. They're gonna get them all bent and folded. Like,
well, let's see. Why weren't they be in a plastic bag?
He hangs up the most nonsensical things on the wall. You can hang up pictures of his daughter.
He's got a TV that doesn't work behind him. It just sits there.
Yeah.
If it takes you an hour to make a phone call, then you're not watching TV behind you. Doesn't make any sense.
What's funny? Next week he's going to have them up on the wall. He didn't want to arouse questions. Who's that?
Oh, I see. He's gonna have a picture up like Gopher had that picture, that giant model. He's gonna overdo it. Broad strokes, Meryl. Broad strokes.
Vicky's gonna be a real buzzkill when he tries to let old women stay in his room. Or old men, I guess.
And she's gonna be horrified at his diet.
That's
good Lord, Captain Merrill. How many of these things do you eat a day?
Captain Merrill, no.
No, Captain Merrill, no.
So then he sits back, he leans back in his chair and starts to read Vicky's letter. Thank God we get a voiceover.
Thank God.
She thanks him for the birthday present, and here it is, a cruise director uniform. Poor Julie.
Can I just say, what a screwed up present for someone who can't be with you. Here's a uniform of people that are on my like. That's kind of a weird and mean present. Oh, we can't be together.
Like, did take that out of the Princess Line catalog? You probably got a discount or something like that. Like, go buy something, man.
What are they
Every
using?
gift
Slave
we've
labor?
seen him give. Every gift we've seen him give has been something on the boat.
Yes. It's such bullshit. It's number 7 all over again.
He's a terrible gift giver.
I figured out too that Tony is going to be like Benny Blanco from the Bronx kind of thing, like a Serpico character in Meryl's life. But yeah, I was like, what? That's just a shit gift. It really is a shit gift. What? Oh, I found some used that shrunk. What?
It's like if I when I was in school and I was like working at Wawa, if I like gave somebody an apron or something,
or an old hairnet. Here you go. What the hell is this? An old pair of gloves that I made sandwiches in for now. Right. Here you go. They're a little steamy, but they're yours now.
Yeah.
The hell?
Vicki says that maybe someday she can grow up and be a cruise director. And she hopes that somewhere Julie's eyes are twitching.
Yeah. Why do I feel burning?
Vicki hopes that she doesn't have to wait till adulthood to see Meryl again on the boat. And then that actually made her so sad that she mentioned it in the letter that she felt sad. So,
jeez, those letters got to be just depressing. Yeah. I just want to be with you, Captain Meryl. I just want to be on this. Like, what are his letters saying? He just lies. I fought an octopus the other day. Like, he's just telling these tall bullshit tales just to keep her on the hook. I run a tight ship.
Meryl.
Yeah. Okay. I killed 16 men barehanded yesterday. Like, what kind of shit is he telling her?
Poor Captain Meryl.
Captain Meryl.
Blood. He's like Jaws. He's just destroying the sea.
Yeah, where's your sword and eye patch, Captain Meryl? Well, Vicki.
We get a little like technical inset of Vicki writing the letter that she's reading. That was odd. It's
a time kill. I also like the fake background in Acapulco that doesn't change when you look out the window of whoever's house they're in. I'm not clear.
Yeah. I've never been to Acapulco, but the decor of the homes were a little less extravagant than I expected them to be.
Yeah, the outdoors looks just like the Great Lakes outside. I don't know if it was we're repurposing backgrounds, but yeah, that was...
I'm pretty sure, and again, this only sticks in my mind because I re-listened. I think the whole selling point was that Vicki was going to go basically live in a castle in Acapulco.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
No,
I remember that.
That was not a castle. That was a late 70s basement apartment.
We saw one room. She lived in a studio with some nonsense view that doesn't exist.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Then we don't get a flashback. We get a clip show. This is from Vicki's first episode where she wants to stay, but Meryl's kind of like, your aunt and uncle will take care of you. And this is basically, he chose the sea situation.
I guess now is as good a time to ask this question. Wouldn't the cruise line frown upon this? It's not
that's
very professional.
Yeah, I am going to give them the benefit of the doubt for 1 week, where next week I feel like you have to give me something.
Well, especially if they're saying she's in the crew. Like, whoa.
Yeah, well, legally she can't work. I mean, she's not 12. International waters be damned, right?
Oh yeah, unless she's totem pole rules. I don't know.
But I'm giving them next week to at least give me a line about. Just give me a line. Just give me and we'll figure out your education, young lady. But first the whatever is happening next episode. But
yeah, because it's not like she needs to be in school. It's not like it's November.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
So, well, I mean, it's not just that, but like she was going to school in Acapulco, and now she's going to school in Los Angeles, a boat. So.
The only thing she learned in school is how to write letters to Captain Meryl. Apparently,
Captain Meryl. All right. So.
Also, did you bring up the phone call thing?
We're not there yet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're not there yet. This is where after Captain Meryl reads the letter and Vicki's, being sad, and we get the clip from last season. This is where Steubing is like, you know what? Let me call up Jenkins and set up a ship-to-shore call to Acapulco so I can talk to Vicki. Jenkins is like, well, I'm no Chris Capers. You'll have to wait an hour. No one's dying, so you got to wait, Merrill.
What would take an hour?
Well, we don't really understand how it works. To be
I don't
fair.
either. Like, what is it that? What is the work that has to be done, and what? I don't get it.
I mean, remember that thing in the first season where it was like you could make phone calls while they weren't docked, but you couldn't when they were, or something like that?
Yeah, I do remember that. I do.
So
remember that.
I wonder if it's that nonsense. But it was funny that the captain of the ship, they just left. Right. He can't get a phone call to Acapulco. Plus, you're going to be in Acapulco tomorrow.
What do you just wait till you get there?
Yeah. Weird. Although if he had waited, it might have been too late.
Oh, of course it is. It's always too late. It's always almost too late.
Yeah. But anyway, so we're looking forward to that phone call. I'm sure it will go off without a hitch. It's a big night on the boat, Mike. Because it's English pub night.
Oh, no. Mike. The average temperature. The average temperature in Acapulco, the nearest city, I would imagine, in early November, okay?
Okay.
It's about 87 degrees, Mike. Okay.
Sure.
Now, we know it's not any cooler because there's no wind. So we're saying a pretty, I don't know. Would you like to enjoy a buffet of jellied eels, bubble and squeak, maybe some shepherd's pie, bangers and mash, beef and kidney pie? You're on a cruise to Mexico. Why would you pick the worst food in the considered? Don't get upset with me, English fans. I'm saying it's you're on a Mexican cruise. Why would you have English? It makes zero sense.
Fair. And
please.
A Guinness.
Make me feel better.
A Guinness on the beach. A Guinness on the beach.
That's a Scottish drink. I mean, that's an Irish drink.
Guinness on the beach is not exactly.
Well,
that's a good point. I don't know why I was thinking English. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Irish.
That's true. But again, I guess. Boy, you're right. I mean, English food is generally not awesome anyway.
Breakfast
right?
is okay.
So, isn't that
just not on a cruise ship?
But...
Hey, we're going to be cooking with lard. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Was the chicken Marengo, that was French, right? Because it was Napoleon's favorite.
It was Napoleon's favorite chicken Marengo.
Oh, I forgot, right? Because that was French night.
It was French night, of course.
So, do they get points for doing something different, or do they lose all the points for doing something stupid?
They lose all the points. I didn't think it would get worse than a sock hop. This is worse than a sock hop. Like, I would almost expect the Mexican fiesta every cruise because that's where you're going. Right? It would just make sense.
Right. Plus,
this is just madness. I don't. Like, we would have brought our own food if we know it was going to be English pub night on this 3-night cruise.
I mean, the outfits are smart. They're smart outfits.
What, so. Plastic derbies?
Yeah.
They don't. You know, it's either plastic derby. We know it's English pub night, or it's plastic pumpkin.
Well,
that's how we know it's Halloween.
You know, it's funny. It's probably like the inside out vest and outfit that they had for casino night. It looks a lot like casino night, honestly.
So. And you could also like triple it up with like if you're trying to be like barbershop quartet. You just need those things, those elastic things around your.
It's Doc's Halloween costume from last week.
It is Doc's Halloween. Who's the egg this week?
Julie mentions that it is English pub night to Barney, and that maybe she can find him a companion. Barney takes this as Julie hitting on him. You're not my type, but he might be her type.
He might. He's not far from her type.
Yeah. So, Barney is probably too old for Julie. He's definitely not interested in Julie, which is definitely her type. So
yeah, she loves that. Older and not interested. Much older and not interested.
Yeah, much older.
How old would you say Barney Briscoe is? If you had to wager a guess.
So, assuming he's the same age as Rose, and she made it sound like she's been out of action for about 30 years, I'm going to say they're probably playing him as like late 50s, early 60s. I don't think that's actually what they are, but, you know.
Yeah, that makes sense. But again, with that math, is that really out of the Julie range? If it is, it's by like 2 years. So
Barney Briscoe is no Paul Burke, though.
No, but
Paul
Barney
Burke's
Briscoe,
the only old that Julie had.
That's true.
Like Stanfield was older, and the rest of them were at least age appropriate, except for the child.
He asked the hard hitting questions like, "How's your cat? How's your cat?" Fair enough.
Rose happens to walk by, shocking, at the exact same time. Julie introduces the two of them and then tries to pair them up, but I'm going to blame Rose on this one.
Yeah.
Maybe she's a little dumb. She thinks that Julie's asking if she wants to have dinner with her, not Barney. And so
she's just not.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to, it's not like this is going to keep happening though. I'm sure this is the last.
Right. Now, Barney is up on what's happening in terms of at least he knew that Julie was trying to hook them up, but then he realizes he thinks Julie cockblocked them basically. So Julie gets a little whispered young blonde whippersnapper. So, well, good news. We are in the Pirates.
Oh, let's go.
And who's back, Mike? It's the Silk Owl.
It's Silk back. Owl. Who? The Silk Owl. Your buddy Isaac. That's a god-awful outfit. What a terrible... You'd think the extra bagginess would be bad for, like, making drinks. All the drinks, his sleeve is just draped in everyone's drink.
Especially when we get to it, like, martini glasses are horrible for a blousy arm.
It's like the worst. I hope he's not making any flaming drinks. No flaming moes tonight, please. Not the Pirates Cove.
No, none of those classic British flaming drinks.
That's right.
Isaac serves Harry a drink and asks him why he's not going to dinner. Great Tayback delivery here. The fates have dealt me a dastardly blow.
It was good. It was great. I feel like that was the best of him, that episode, when he delivered that line.
I will say that I enjoyed. I can say this now. This storyline sucks.
Oh, it's awful. It's terrible.
I enjoyed the actors, and they made it. I don't want to say tolerable, but it would have been.
Well, they made chicken salad, man. If it was anybody else,
it would have been.
It would have been terrible.
Oh my God, yeah, it would have been like start engraving worst storyline. Like it would. It still may be.
It still may be the worst. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah,
I think that Vic Tayback and even Joanne Flug, I thought they both did
good work.
Job. Yeah,
they did good work with nothing. Absolutely,
it just shows their skills, and I think that's a good sign for things to come for Vic Tayback. So,
agree.
Fingers crossed.
Harry is hung up on Anne being on the cruise. He's basically trying to wait her out. Isaac says she can't be that bad. He responds that she let a murderer go free.
Murder.
Isaac then helps us out with the plot a little bit, lets us know that there will be a retrial, and that the husband didn't actually die. It was just attempted murder. The 3 attempts: poison meatloaf, hit with a candlestick, and strangulation. Isaac says that's just bad planning.
That's kind of funny.
Well, I sneezed about all the murder. Pardon me.
Or you're allergic to tigers.
I must be allergic
Tiger's flea powder.
Or English pubs.
English pub night. Where's Mike? He's allergic to this.
Yeah, sorry.
No more pickled onions for me. Oof.
We are in the dining room. We are in the jolly old English dining room.
That's right. Oof.
And Julie is eating with the olds, albeit at different tables. Rose says that she's been waiting for the right guy for 30 years. And of course, that sets off the Bricker signal because the Bricker signal doesn't have an age detector, at least
it doesn't take a lot. Yeah, that thing will just go off. You don't know what's going on. Yeah.
Doc comes over and starts being charming, but Julie's like got a plan here, so she kind of tells Doc to get lost without, but doesn't take much to get that Bricker charm over to old Rose. This is where now Rose goes off a bit on a jag about talking about missing the sexual revolution, and she must have been behind enemy lines when that happened.
That's funny. Yeah.
Which leads us to my new favorite character, Julie McCoy, female advice columnist.
Oh, God. Yeah, no kidding.
Today's woman doesn't wait for the phone to ring. She places the call herself. Mike?
I guess, that explains why she just took it upon herself to not pick up the phone and just show up in Alaska at Jack Chanot's house. That's what happens.
Yeah.
Pick up the phone. Follow your own advice.
Now, if I remember correctly, it was all the way back on episode 1 this season, but if I remember correctly, she did call. She then got excited, nervous, and hung up and didn't get an answer. So she didn't leave that part in for Rose to
No. And it's important that you don't hang up when you call.
Right. And then it's also important that you don't just show up assuming things.
Yeah. Just don't.
So, yeah.
Don't do that.
Come on, Julie. If she could have said anything else except phone call, like it was just like anything else, it was just funny.
Draw them a picture. Just cool.
It was funny. Julie continues to try and build Rose up, and then tells Barry it's now or never. Young vamp Barry. I wrote down all Barry's shots at Julie. So
it was funny.
But when Barry goes over to Rose's table and asks if he can sit down, Rose is like, sure you can, I'm leaving. And she's out of here because she's got Bricker fever.
Let me ask you, man. So in this scene, when Doc came by her table, he kissed her hand.
Yeah.
And I got stuck on this for a minute. And I'm just thinking, number one, like the germs, that makes me crazy to think about that.
There were no germs in 1979.
Oh, that's true. And I feel a lot better about the whole thing now.
It's not like he just had the Ebola virus 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's just like kissing hands, like, and you're the doctor? So I asked my wife. I go, is that like a thing? Like, what if someone tried to kiss your hand? She's like, oh. Like, she got all like, oh, that would be awesome. And I was like,
yeah.
Some guy, come on.
Well, you're married.
Spoken for thing.
Your wife is married. Rose isn't married.
No. I get that. I'm just saying, generally speaking, like, my question to her was more like, isn't that weird? Like a kiss on a hand? And I'm talking just as a single person too. And she was like, "Oh, I think it would be."
She'd find it like some sort of charming, like storybook nonsense. Yeah, she's also waiting for somebody to throw his cloak down on a puddle.
Yeah, mud puddle. Yeah, face reality, you geek. It's just not going to happen. We can say this because she's never going to hear any of this.
Not listening. She might watch the actual shows, but she definitely ain't listening.
But I just thought that was such especially nowadays, like if somebody presses, I'll shake a hand. I'm not a fan of the shaking of the hands people I don't know per se. I feel a little weird about the fist bump thing, but a kiss on the back of a hand of somebody you don't really know it just seems incredibly creepy to me.
I've never done it in I've never done it in a non-joking manner, right?
I don't think I've ever done it. I mean, I never went on a date with Cinderella, so I didn't have to. It's ridiculous.
Well, maybe that's why you never got a date with Cinderella.
Yeah, I just wasn't open. She knew I wasn't.
Just remember, open to it. when you kiss a hand, there's 5 fingers pointing right back at you.
Oh, that's really funny. It just creeps me out. I mean, I guess you're not like kissing the palm. Which would, I don't know. I just think it's an aggressive move
of things that happen when you're single.
Yeah,
that's one of the lesser disgusting things, probably.
Fair enough. I need to, I need to kind of relook at that issue then. Yeah.
Next time I see you, though, I'm kissing your hand.
Oh, believe me, not if I get to yours first.
So hard to believe.
Their wives gonna be like, "What's wrong with you guys?" Be like,
happening.
We're trying to
listen to the show.
Yeah,
you should listen to the show. You know.
Also, why are you guys positioning on a hill? Like what? Don't worry about it.
So don't listen to a lot of show. Please.
No, don't. Not 59. Anyone but 59.
Hard to believe Harry and Anne are at the same dining table. Hard to believe.
Hard to believe.
This is basically when Bert Convy got stuck with his divorce lawyer. It's the same seating chart.
Exactly.
So, they are waited on by quite a character, Mike. This is Sid the waiter.
Yeah.
Sid Gould plays Sid the waiter, and he's kind of taken the Anderson slot this year. He'll be on 4 times this season.
Love it.
As Sid the waiter. He was good.
I thought he was great. Good for him. Good for him, and good for the show for having some. This is what we want every now and again. Give us another. Like we love the chef stuff. We love the storylines. It's too easy.
And it's easy, and it's like if you think about, was it a couple weeks ago? They had a waiter who was kind of doing a bit of a thing, but he wasn't anybody. No. It's like you can just do this. I mean, we joked about him and everything, but Anderson was really good.
Yeah, he was.
And it does add a little bit of like expanse to the boat world. So it's an easy one. I'm glad they did it, and we'll recognize him next time he comes up. You know,
and it's a great opportunity to transition from one story to another. Like I think that common thread with the waiter is a great way, table to table. I don't know if they're going to do it in the other episodes, but it's such a great bridge to, between the three the 3 storylines.
And especially because this is 2 out of 3 episodes now with a very small cast.
Yeah.
And so if you're going to do that, no, granted they're adding a regular cast member, but if you're going to do that, this at least gives you like a little more of that's not one of the main people, but at least I've seen this guy before. So,
what's funny to me too is when you look at this episode, I feel like this episode doesn't really have a true villain. I feel like it's a lot of good guys, and I almost wish, I don't know you could really fit somebody in to fit that mold, but this really is an episode of all, like the walk the plank's going to be interesting, because who do you pick
hard.
in episode
it was hard.
where
it was hard.
There's no true bad guy.
Yeah.
Or maybe there's one.
Or there is. Anne tells the waiter that Harry will have roast beef because that's all he ever ate at the jury room. This, of course, makes Harry think, it's not true. I'll have roast duck. And
on English pub night? Where'd you get
classic.
that from?
Yeah, so it's a British duck. And then Harry, the waiter, Sid, is like, oh man, ducks are so cute. Who would eat a duck? And then Anne's like, the duck is innocent. This leads to a whole thing where Anne's going to have meatloaf. It's just, everything is about the trial, and it's a circle, and we're in a loop already, and it's fine, but it's like nothing of significance here, right? I mean,
well, it's funny that they can't just go, you know what? Boy, I'm sure there's other things to talk about. Maybe Vic jumps off the boat, something like something.
Those are your 2 options.
You see him coming in a room, you leave the room. I don't know what else to tell you there, Harry Stewart, but it's a lot of the same. And again, you said it. These other 2 storylines, there's nothing there. This episode is all about Meryl.
Yeah. Full disclosure, the notes get pretty thin on those other 2 storylines after a while because we're not going to repeat what doesn't bear repeating necessarily, but one good line here. Anne orders the meatloaf with a bunch of sides, but says no strychnine, which of course was what the wife tried to use to poison the meatloaf. So Sid's like, meatloaf, no strychnine.
It's funny. Excellent. It was funny.
Hey, good job, Sid. I'll see you in the nomination pool for best crew member. Mel finally just storms out.
I did want to, before we get too far ahead, I did want to say that initially when I feel like this storyline with Steuben could have gone one of two ways, right? It could have gone the way that it did, where he reunites with, he's going to try to work it out with Vicki. Or this is the thing that drives him back to drinking, like a springboard back to his old drunk Merrill Sea Captain days. And I thought, well, that would be fun for next week's Dallas Cowboy cheerleader two-parter, where his storyline would be titled "Unhinged," because he just can't deal with.
He's had Vicki for not even a full episode, and he's already back on the hooch. So.
Well, he does mention something about like, and I wrote this down right when he was, looking at the mail, but later on there is mention of like, I wish I still drank.
Oh yeah, they're hitting that hard.
So
they're hitting that very hard. Now my question is,
interesting.
I had this for later, but we can talk about it now. My question is, I feel like every show that has an alcoholic in it, an established alcoholic, has at least one episode of a slip or almost slip. There's that brief story arc where Sam Malone goes off the wagon. They can do temptation, but they can't actually have Merrill start drinking, right? I mean, that's not this character.
At the controls of a ship.
Right. I feel like that would be.
I can drive them fine. Just unless somebody spikes his donut with like real alcohol. No, I don't know. I can't imagine. I bet you maybe it'll come close.
Yeah. I still maintain if we went back and looked in the first couple seasons, he would have had a real drink, but there's zero chance he's going to have an accidental drink now.
We brought it up last week too with the orange juice, and it's not going to happen now.
They've hit it way now. They've hit it way too hard.
We had our chance, and I guess it's just not going to happen.
All right, well, it's time for the ship to shore call. So it's an hour later from when we got it set up. Jenkins is on it. And he's calling the Strickland residence. Turns out that he gets a hold of the Strickland's housekeeper, Carletta. He's trying to like Carletta, or he's like, por favor, and other words.
Yeah.
Well, Carletta's like, listen, every night I pray with Vicki, and I go into her room tonight. There's a note, and there's no Vicki. Dios mío!
Oh no!
She run away. My Vicki Cita has run away.
Vicki Cita.
And we get sad Merrill with "Oh my God," and we head to our first commercial break.
In his eyes, you see his eyes. He is trying to like have the look where it looks like he's almost about to cry, but not going to cry because he has the strength not to do it. He's going for the Emmy. He's going hard for like 44 minutes here.
Yeah, it's funny. And listening to the last episode about Vicki, we make a comment at one point. He's not going for the stubby. He's going right past that for the Emmy.
Oh,
and I
he doesn't care about our stupid
stop
awards.
About our awards. Yeah,
it's like enough dummies. I'm going for real hardware.
That one guy's gonna give me last place every year anyway. It doesn't matter. So
well, it's season 3. He's tired of us putting him down all the time. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna show you guys I can act.
Hey.
Good.
I got the hat on. I'm respecting.
You see the hat's right next to me. It's not on my head.
The acts were in balance this week. So Act 2, we are back with Julie making an extended announcement about their arrival in Acapulco, including the very important plot point that the ship will be docked for 10 hours and will leave at midnight. Imagine that might come up later.
Something here, Mike. 15 minutes and 43 seconds into this episode, while Julie's making the announcements, I don't know if you caught this. She's talking into the wrong side of the CB. She's talking into the metal part that hooks on the thing instead of the actual speaker. So that explains English pub night. Julie is clearly under the influence. That's 15 minutes and 43 seconds if you want to.
It's like they never show them using the intercom.
I don't know why they would. Do. The one time they do, she's like I've never used a CB before. I couldn't believe it.
Oh man, No Lauren Chu's convoy cover.
Or they're doing no, or they're doing these things on purpose to see if we're paying attention, and we are paying attention. So
exactly.
Caution, Julie.
The search party has been gathered. They're on
the whole crew. They're going to take the whole crew base. I'm going. Like, how many people realistically are they going to take?
Julie with Luke Skywalker showing up at the Death Star meeting. I'm into like so. Stubing tries to your point about the almost crying thing. He kind of stops and says, I just want you all to know. And Isaac's like, we know.
We get it. Stop.
But it is a short search party because Doc's like, hey, look over there. And Vicki is there with her bag in the lobby.
So anybody can just walk on the ship?
So, yes. So they're docked. I think that was the whole point of Julie's announcement. Mm-hmm. And, people are going out. I mean, we've talked about it. There's not that's how Charo got back on, right? There's just no
it doesn't
checks
make
or balances.
Because, once they're on, what do you do then? And you've left for sea. Like, what do you...
Yeah, it's not like they have a real stringent process that they go through to make sure no stowaways are on there.
Well, and I think the brig or the jail is like Doc's exam room or something ridiculous. There's no... What are you going to put them? I don't know. Just a little loosey-goosey on the security here.
Stubing tries to lay down the law to Vicki, saying how worried everyone was and a girl your age should know better and have some sense of responsibility, but he can't. He's
trying to do dad speak. He's not. Yeah, he doesn't have it down yet.
He can't stay man. Vicki starts to cry and she apologizes, and we get a hug. Julie is overcome with emotion.
Julie's like, I hope that she's better not take my job. That's all Julie's going. I'm being replaced by someone even younger. No.
I really hope this makes him forget that I was holding the intercom incorrectly.
Nobody heard her announcements. Everyone misses the ship.
There's just so many people waiting for the bus.
Like, what's going on?
Rose tracks down Julie to talk about a man. More advice from Julie. She could tells Rose that she could call or she could write a letter and definitely make the first move in terms of smooching. But twist.
Here we go.
Julie walks away. Rose says that look out, Dr. Bricker. So now we officially find out that she's got the hots for Adam.
There's a storm coming, Bricker. A gale storm coming.
Julie then tells Barney it could be his lucky day. Brazen. Totally brazen.
I got to say, Lewis and I was funny.
He was really good. And it was just so ridiculous, but they never overdid it. So
it was good.
But this is 100% a Three's Company episode. I mean, just
1,000%.
So.
Yeah.
The only thing we didn't have is somebody overhearing something through the door. That's literally the only thing we didn't have. Yeah. So Isaac tells Gopher to stop eating potato chips.
Oh, this scene. Ugh.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I did not focus a lot on this scene, but the overarching thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Isaac accused Gopher of eating the potato chips they just filled up, at the bar. Gopher asks Harry if he saw him eat the potato chips. Harry had his back turned, but he said no. Anne comes out of nowhere because she's just stalking Harry.
Yeah, it's a bit.
Says, well, he must be innocent. Then it turns into a whole thing where they're analyzing the salt around his mouth, but basically they're, playing the trial through Gopher's chip eating. Gopher finally leaves because he wants a lawyer and some dip.
So stupid. It's so dumb.
Yeah. I mean,
it's just
that took 5 minutes too. All that.
You know what it was is they were like, there's not a lot of meat on this bone this week, really, other than the Stubing stuff.
Yeah.
These are just throwaways. So
I almost wonder if they were like, you know what, these are thin, but this will give more shine to what we actually want to have shine. I don't put it this way.
Bad thought.
There are a lot of weeks where this would have been a real problem. in terms of like the balance of an episode. So,
well, imagine if those two were
if that was the
1 and 2
best
story. Yeah.
So.
Oh no.
All right, Stubing's back on the horn again.
Is he talking into the right side or no?
I think so. He's telling Carlotta that they found Vicki. So no worries. He also confirms that the Stricklands will be flying home tonight, and then he'll drop Vicki off at the house.
So both Stricklands are flying home tonight?
Yeah, I assume they're on a vacation, and they took everybody except Vicki because she's Cinderella, I guess. Yeah. So,
I think she took their dog too. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Vicki's not a fan of this plan, and asks Meryl if he loves her more than Aunt Dolores, and we finally get a name for the uncle. It's Uncle Harry. I don't think we had that in episode 1.
Yeah, no, we didn't.
Don't get used to it. Stubing asks if that's why she ran away, and Vicky's like, "Oh, that's not why I ran away. Hang on, old man."
Yeah, here's let me open this dusty old book.
Yep, and she goes into the bag and pulls out what passed for DNA evidence in 1979 on television. Her late mother's diary.
Well, good thing she was prepared. She brought her late mother's diary, like a jacket, and then like this little bag. Like you couldn't have brought a tinier bag to run it. Like you didn't plan on running very far.
Well, she was just trying to get to the ship. I mean, she knows. She knows. Dude, she knows Meryl's in the gift shop all the time.
That's true. It's
decked
unlimited.
Out in pearls. She'll be decked out in pearls and Macho Beast in no time. So.
Oh, not Macho Beast. I wonder if he gets like everything free there. If he could just write it off.
I mean, I think he gets it free. I don't know that he's supposed to get it free.
Fair enough.
The Santinis were screwed. From the pages of Vicky's mom, whose name was Georgette or Georgerino or something like that.
One of those. I think it was Georgerino.
Yeah. Told Meryl tonight that I am marrying Tom. So Vicky's dad gets the name too, but he's dead. It's the hardest thing I've ever had to do, except for quitting drinking. Meryl doesn't know that I'm going to have his child. If he even senses the truth, I hope that he can understand that I'm doing what's best for us and the child.
He should
busted.
He should have been like, Vicki. Real simple answer here. I chose the C.
Or he should have been like, your mom's a damn liar.
Yeah, your mom.
What else is in that book?
That's not even her handwriting. You wrote that.
She was on the sauce all the time. She almost ran over a bunch of kids one time. So.
She was super. She was the reason. She was my old drinking buddy. She's the reason. Right. I never had it. I was a teetotaler till I met her.
That's right.
And then I almost killed several children.
My hair used to be dark
and full.
Oh, well, that wasn't true. They couldn't give him a piece back in those flashbacks.
No, God, I wish they could
have. Stubing finally admits, whether it's to Vicki or to himself, that he is the father, and we get another hug going to act break.
They love these emotional moments going into break this week. It's just.
Oh, I think we saw something this week that we have not seen. There's no way I will go back and check this, but I don't think we've ever had the same scene get every act break. And I think, we definitely did this week. That might be the first time that ever happened. So we start Act 3. Barney is approaching Julie, who is asking about Rose, but not really, because it's Three's Company.
Yeah, it's a Jack Tripper story. Yeah.
Yeah. Back in Pirates Cove, Isaac and Mel are discussing the specifics of the case, and here comes Anne.
Here we go again.
Now, apparently, I think this was the candlestick bit. They alleged that the wife had 5 martinis and therefore was so drunk there's no way she could have remembered, whether she did or didn't hit this guy with a candlestick. Anne insists that you can be sober after 5 martinis, and then requests Isaac to pour 5 martinis so she can prove this point.
This is a great venue.
Mel
for this
then says, "Give me 5 also." So, okay. Now, I'm not a martini drinker, and I have had some bad dances with gin. But assuming Isaac is not like light pouring these, because that's insane to pour 5 regulation martinis for each of these 2 people.
Well, why would you make them ahead of time?
Why would?
Well, I'm saying,
you mean like why would you line them up?
What are you going for, speed?
Well, well, when you make martinis, isn't it like you just put it in the shaker and everything, right? So he probably made a big vat.
Well, but they're also with ice to keep them cold too. By the time you got to nothing like a nice room temperature martini.
I mean, I think Anne Noyce was drinking those things like, people we know. She was just, So.
I know someone that likes martinis too, but I think the number 5 is a high number.
That is
I've seen what 2 looks like, and then going for the 3rd.
Yeah.
And that's not an hour. So
it is far more likely that Harry Stewart's tolerance example is correct versus Anne Noyce. Anne Noyce might be the greatest drinker of all time.
I feel like this could be one of those things that, when you were a kid, they'd be like, it's physically impossible to eat 5 saltines in 2 minutes. Like, it's one of those kind of challenges.
Or drink a whole gallon of milk in an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, now I want to see. Boy, I wish we'd seen this years ago.
Don't say that too loud. Look, we got some
Beetlejuice
people.
type situation. Yeah, don't say it too
if you guys weren't coming to my house, I would endorse this for the fall. But we gotta go somewhere else. We gotta go to a neutral location for that. So,
well, it wouldn't be me going through this challenge.
No. Julie tells Rose that she needs to get moving. The cruise is about to be done. She better start making her moves. Rose thinks this means to go for Doc. And she knocks on Doc's door in the office. But Doc thinks that she's there for medical reasons. One thing leads to another.
She didn't feel good here. It was very vague.
Yeah. Basically, one thing leads to another, and Rose ends up basically being told to take her clothes off and starts to smooch Doc. Yeah. So.
I just don't know.
Doc laid off some classic charm. Oh, go ahead.
I'm just saying it's just, I just don't think doctoring works like that. Even in the 70s, you go get naked. I'll join you in a minute. Go get maybe ask a couple questions. How long have you been dealing with this? Like,
that's why the whole thing was a 3-company episode, because it was like just the little vagaries are just enough to hide in.
Yeah.
But don't worry. Doc's going to fix all this with some classic Bricker wisdom.
Oh, yeah.
It's better to take that first step and stumble than to never take a step at all.
That's right.
Thanks, Doc.
That's right. That's good.
Everything's better now. Rose heads out, gives Doc a small smooch, but guess who's there to peep that? That's right, it's Barney Briscoe.
He's everywhere.
And he really starts bashing. He starts bashing old Rose. He's pretty mad at that point. I think he called her a floozy.
It made me laugh.
Yeah.
Just,
I think there's an age limit on floozy. I think Rose had passed it. So
that's like when Isaac called his mom a swinger. Be like, it's not appropriate.
Back in the Pirates Cove, Mel's dead. So Anne drank the 5. She's fine. Mel's so drunk, he's just arguing about the case again, and he passes out and finishes his last drink. So Anne basically had like 6 martinis.
And she's eating it. There would have been so much vomit everywhere. Like there would have been so many remnants of English pub night all around the Pirates Cove here. There's no way.
Blimey.
I've done research on this about how many ounces of alcohol just by size, and then small ones versus these larger. There's no way. It's physically impossible.
It does seem like quite the quite the tack. The whole.
And if you're counting, you know how that goes. So I don't know. Okay.
Steubing and Vicki are on the bridge, and at night to boot.
What's he doing up there?
Clearly, these two are not related. Vicki's been on the bridge more at night than Steubing ever has. So.
No kidding. Is he giving her the standard tour? Like he's just not a lot in that bag of tricks.
Vicki is not pleased with this plan that she's going to be dropped back off at the Stricklands.
But how is she being dropped back off at this? This is what I don't understand. The timing doesn't add up. They were letting everyone go. They said they're going to be there for like 12 hours or 10 hours or whatever it is.
Right.
So weird to think that them finding her, this whole tour of the ship thing, them going back to Acapulco on to, to shore to have that meeting and then back again, all happens in the course of, it's a lot of sugar in that's a lot of, 10 pounds of stuff in a 5-pound bag there. Just seems,
I think,
were they sprinting into town?
So here's my thought. So the phone call to Corletta, the first one, happens right before they're landing, and maybe or docking, and that's why maybe they couldn't do it for an hour, because they were going to call when they were close to Acapulco.
Fair enough.
So she's missing at the start of the 10 hours.
Mm-hmm.
They get the search party out. They find her immediately because Vicki knows when the boat arrives. She probably scouted it out, so she's on the boat
weeks
pretty
ahead
quick.
Of time. It's a Shawshank Redemption level planning. Yeah.
Then we do all this stuff, and if you notice, when they go to drop Vicki back off, it's nightfall. So I'm thinking that's like 8, 9 o'clock, and then he gets back, and he probably has a little extra
fair enough
time because it's his boat. So I did think about it as well, but I think that's the difference, is that was not like a next night search party. That was like that hour or something. So I
just wonder when he ate.
That's true. That is very important. So maybe he went back to that place that he took Raymond Burr with no
alcohol. Do you guys do Bananas Foster? No alcohol. Boo. Boo. Boo.
Just to tell you how thin this episode is, that's the entire act.
That's it. No, I agree. There's nothing else.
Yeah, I was shocked how quick that act went. Act 3 was like almost non-existent. Basically, it was, Mel getting drunk, and then, Vicki getting sad that she's getting sent back to Acapulco.
Oh, this could have been a 30-minute episode easily.
Yeah. Steubing tells Vicki that he doesn't have the right to keep her, which Doc later calls BS on. Yeah, but it felt very technical the way he was phrasing it. So
he was responding to it in a weird.
Yeah. All right, Act 4. We are in Harry's cabin, and Amy is waking him up so she can get an apology. It's not really going well.
What a weird thing to wake someone up for.
I mean, they're both wasted. To be fair, even if she's handling it okay, she's still making drunk decisions. So,
I was woken up on a plane by my lovely wife. I was sound asleep in the window seat, and she woke me up because she wanted to switch seats with me, and I thought that was terribly rude. Just as I think this wake up is very rude. I don't know which one's ruder. I do.
You should have kissed her on the hand.
Should have kissed her on the hand. Absolutely. Damn it. All right. Anyway.
So anyway, Anne's kind of badgering Harry for the apology. And then this leads to Anne grabbing one of his neckties because she needs to solve this third part of the attempted murder by strangling Mel to death.
Imagine if she was successful.
Well, she couldn't be because of his
set of problems.
Big, thick neck. So she gets him to lay down on the bed on his stomach, but she can't get the tie around his giant neck. So then he flips over on his back, and Anne's trying to choke him out. But then he looks into those beautiful Greek eyes. She's like, "You're kind of cute." And he's like, You're kind of cute. And then it's Smoochtown, USA.
That's it.
Smooches that taste like gin and cigarettes.
Hair,
would be my guess.
cigarettes. Yeah, you can hear it in Joanne Flug's voice too. She wasn't running 27 laps around the ship. She has the female version of Christopher George's smoking voice.
Oh, God. Stubing is filling Doc in on the events of the previous scene. Meryl says, legally, I have nothing more than I'm nothing more than a friend of the family. Doc's like, well, the truth's out now, so you could probably talk to somebody about this. So.
Yeah, no kidding.
Vicki shows up, bag in hand, frown on face, and she's ready to go. And this is like a very quiet, empty lobby, dark.
We are on
just
a cruise
three
ship,
of them.
Right? Like, did you kick everyone off? Like, what do we? Everyone stay in your room while we deal with a domestic issue? Like, what do we? Very odd.
It hasn't been this dark and quiet out there since the Caper crew tried to steal those diamonds.
Or they ran that undercover episode where they tried to grab the smoocher, the mystery smoocher of Billy Crystal. It was very quiet too that night.
The mystery smoocher.
Mystery smoocher, yeah.
We are heading off the boat. Meryl and Vicki are going to go drop off Vicki at the Stricklands, and we get what I think is our first ever house set.
Yes.
We are at the Strickland house, right? We've only been off the boat a few times, but definitely not at a private residence.
Something tells me this house set is the same as the restaurant that doesn't serve alcohol set. It just seems like the very, very, very familiar.
I think you might be right. They ring the doorbell. Dolores answers. Vicky's in tow. Vicky's sad. She has to go to her room. And so Meryl and Dolores start talking. Question. Is this what will be the second house set that we see? Will it be one of the crew members? Will we ever actually get to see the house of one of the crew members?
That's a good question.
9 years is a long time. So
9 years is a long time. Plus, we have, now would we count TV movies and like those specials too? Because I bet you would see more of it in that than you would in the regular
I think those
show.
2-hour travel ones is probably the most likely where we'll see stuff like that, right?
I would hope so. Or a glimpse or something. I don't know. Okay, if you had to see somebody's house, which house would you like to see the most? Their abode. If you could only see one.
It's either Stubing or Julie. Probably Julie. I'm just curious.
She has like
I want to know
cats in there.
I just want to know if she because she's had so many experiences, right? Like, is she in a LA high rise? Is like
bungalow,
I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, so I feel like we know Gopher lives in a crappy apartment.
Yeah. With just Charlie Chaplin pictures everywhere.
Yeah. And I feel like I wouldn't be shocked if Isaac lives a little further out.
Oh, I think he lives a little further out, and I think his walls might be brown leather, too, because he likes to wear it so much.
You know where Isaac lives? Huh. My bad. He lives in Cloud City.
Oh, so that's... Or on a houseboat with a round bed. One of those kind of things.
All right, so Stubing and Dolores sit down. This is where Dolores asks if he wants a drink, and he says, no. I'll take a tea. So, all right, we get it, Meryl.
About an inch of tea in that cup, too. So people, they can't do drinks on this show. Yeah.
Because she knows. She knew Meryl before. She knows this is all just like, listen, you're getting the kid one way or the other. You can have whatever you want. Your secret's safe with me.
She didn't seem very Acapulco-ish. For someone who lives in Acapulco, she didn't seem very Spanish-speaking to me.
And it was funny too. I felt like by memory, I felt like she was very like together and like a calming person in the first episode. And she got there eventually, but she felt a little frazzled early on.
Well, there might be a good reason for that.
Exactly. And I will give them credit for that. So they both kind of start to say each other's names in that they have something they want to say. After a couple back and forths, Dolores lets Meryl in on the fact that her and Harry are getting a divorce, but they're still friends. But they think it would be better.
Nobody's seen Harry. Nobody sees him. Go ahead.
That's right. He might be on top of Tom under a ditch somewhere. They think that it would be best for the kids to take a trip for a while, which is weird. That's a weird thing. What does that
even mean? I mean, when my parents got divorced when I was young, they didn't send me away.
I mean, I feel like
go to Santa Barbara. Like what?
Right. Like why? There's two of you. Now there's two houses. Now you're not taking either. Like that was odd. But that is
about
all.
The fact it's school year too.
That's true. Well, is it in Acapulco? I don't know what the. Yeah.
Is it like Australia where like their Christmas is like in the summer? Is that how it works?
Well, and did the kids go on this initial trip and they stayed with Harry and Dolores went back? Like it's unexplained.
A lot of
unexplained.
I agree.
But somehow, whatever these trips are for the natural kids, the kids born to Dolores, Vicki, well, she can just go on the boat with Captain Merrill.
Right. We're going to send you to this boarding school in Switzerland. Vicki, go on a cruise liner.
Shitty cruises?
Just walk up. Just walk up. You know, just walk. Just bring your bag with 2 things in it. Just walk up. Don't forget your Christmas costume or your Christmas. Ugh.
So Dolores thinks that Vicki could stay with Merrill for, quote, a while.
What does that
Stubing's
mean?
like, so I think I don't know. The only thing I can think is like, it is weird because like, it's not like that's I guess for a week, maybe or 2, like you go on a fun couple boats but yeah, like the while was open-ended. And so Stubing kind of pushes back and he's like, right now, I'm sorry. I stopped drinking. This is where we get that.
Mm-hmm.
But this is where he's also like, I don't think I could do it while knowing that there would be an endpoint.
I get that.
Which makes sense, right?
I thought it was a realistic statement to make.
Yeah. And so eventually he kind of agrees to do it because any time is better than no time or whatever. But Dolores finally says what we all knew is that, sisters talk, right? Dummy. So
no kidding.
So you're her dad. We all know this. We all know this. And it'd be funny.
Everybody
if,
knows.
They point to the audience. They all know
like,
and everything.
Oh, everybody.
Yeah. Carlotta definitely knows. But she says that because Stubing's like, why didn't you say anything? Like Stubing definitely thought he was keeping this from everybody. And he wasn't keeping it from literally anybody. Yeah.
Well, I mean, Vicki already knows. Isn't that the biggest one?
Right. Exactly.
Like, that's all you needed.
So I did think, and again, the weirdness of the getting there is aside. Dolores basically says, I didn't say anything because I wanted you to find out for your own that you wanted her, not that you felt you had to have her, kind of thing, like a responsibility as opposed to a want.
So what was she going to do if he didn't say that? Just send her away. Then we're sending her to Delaware while we work through our relationship.
I guess
what the hell is that?
I guess that's Captain Norton's problem.
That's Captain Norton's problem. Sorry.
There's a lot of boats that go through Acapulco.
Just needs her to get on a ship. I don't care which ship. Just get on a ship.
Dolores basically agrees that, you know what? Let's do this. And if you find that you're happy after you get to know her and she's happy and this is the best spot for her, then that's fine by me. Which is nice, but also like Dolores is like trying to get out of this.
I got things going on. Like,
yeah, I mean, Vicki basically tore apart her marriage, I think, is what happened here. So.
Oh, absolutely. I think Harry Strickland's like, get rid of Vicki or I'm leaving. That's kind of what happened.
Right. And now he got rid of Vicki and he's leaving.
Leaving. Shame on you.
It would be funny if like they came back next week just in Acapulco and those two are together and just laughing, like
so happy,
pointing at the ship.
Our family's finally together. This is the best vacation. Yeah. Oh, that'd be great.
And then Georgine's there too. She's not
They're
even
all
dead.
there. No, everyone's alive.
They're all there. Tom.
Sucker.
Yeah, so.
They're throwing rocks at the ship.
Vicki walks in on this and she's like really sad that she's got to say goodbye. But twist, there is no goodbye. Young lady, you're coming with me for a while.
Right. Like when he does fake anger.
Yeah.
Do you think you can deal with me for that whole?
We are going to get so much of that now, especially early
madness.
Like at some point they'll probably get tired of it and forget about it. But like there are going to be so many. Yeah.
It's already his go-to. It's just going to be even more now.
Oh boy, can't wait. Anyway, that's how they got Vicki back on the got Vicki back on the show. So I will say, for all the things it could have been, that was not a giant leap of logic, I don't think.
I don't think it was a giant leap. And I mean, I think that the foundation was laid pretty thick in that first episode. Yeah. Where this was just like, okay, this is the result of, you know what I mean? It was sort of, I don't know, man. I kind of went into this. I don't know what I thought we would see. And I don't necessarily think it's bad the way they approached it. I just think that I'd pumped up this episode so much because it's such an important episode in the history of the series. And it was rated, and I know the IMDb, but just as I looked, it was rated really well.
Well, I think the Vicki stuff and the heavy plot stuff always does well. The other Vicki episode was a highly rated one, and I think I had forgotten this. That was the brutal 90-minute episode with like Richard Dawson and you know, all that stuff. So I think people like Vicki, and they like the father. Like I think they landed on the I don't know if it's gonna be a winning formula, but I think they finally realized, okay, we got to give Steubing something here, because he's aimless without this kind of thing.
Well, it's like he didn't have a North Pole, and I'm hoping that this is.
He didn't have a totem pole in the middle of the Pacific.
No, he didn't have that, but just
So, well, Harry and Anne are in post-coital bliss, drinking champagne, somehow still talking about the case.
How could they possibly be drinking champagne after what they did to themselves?
That's, well, hair of the dog, I guess, but somebody is going to, they might as well just get down to Barney's room, because they're going to get so sick.
There's going to be so much vomit in this room.
You'll be surprised to find out that these two are falling in love, but as you mentioned, Mike, no marriage, which I was surprised. I will say, though, 9 weeks of knowing each other is by far one of the longest established relationships we've ever seen on this boat. So,
this should have been their 9-week marriage, anniversary.
Seriously, like if anybody should have gotten married, it was these guys.
Do we ever see anybody hungover? We did once on that woman that didn't normally, and then you go for a walk. Remember that thing? But you don't.
Doc was really hungover after Russian Swit.
Oh, all the vodka. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But not a lot, though.
No, I figured this would, when they were drinking champagne, I'm like, stop it.
Yeah,
you guys.
I'm not. The only thing I can think is they drank so much that they're still drunk.
Maybe which is some possible. Of that. Maybe it's some of that sparkling grape juice, that fake wine. Sometimes I'll have that for brunch instead.
I guess the important thing is British food is very good padding. Gives you a nice base.
Hey, jellied eels, they will absorb lots and lots of martinis, I've heard.
Good Lord. All right, let's see what else we got here. Rose gets surprised at dinner by Barney, who finally, makes his move.
Mm-hmm.
Since they're basically the same character, they clearly are made for each other. And they head off to the dance floor. Julie walks over and clearly thinks that she put all this together, never knowing that Barney thought she was trying to get in his pants the whole time. All right. Vicki is going to bed in Steubing's cabin as they debate what she should call him moving forward. Dad doesn't work. I thought the line delivery, they actually didn't give Vicki a lot to do in this episode.
No, I didn't think so either.
But I thought her line delivery of "You certainly aren't a pop." I thought it was
that was
good,
funny.
So,
I thought that was good.
Yeah.
I hope there's
think
more of
she's
that.
good. I think she's good. And this wasn't about that, I guess, this week. But I think moving forward.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of opportunity to get a little sneaky comic relief or some hot lines. I think there's potential here.
It's also interesting. Could be coincidence. Could be on purpose. We have had like 0 kids this season.
Yeah.
So I think they were like saving that maybe for her to interact. But
it's also a springboard to have other kids because they automatically have somebody to interact with now too.
Right. Yeah. So I wonder if we'll just get a deluge of children actors now. But
I wonder if the Bayo brothers come back.
Hey, you stink.
Oh.
Stubby nominated. Jimmy Bayo, not Stubby nominated Scott Baio. You remember that, Scott. They land on Captain Merrill, home of the fried fish and donut platter. And Vicki says if Mommy was watching, she'd be happy, and how this all turned out. And we get the rare 4th and final act break with the same storyline. All right, let's get out of here. Doc and Julie say their goodbyes to Rose and Barney, with Barney telling Julie to keep her chin up. There'll be somebody out there for her. Barney was pretty good, actually. Barney was really good. Barney might sneak into the season of the olds category. He was pretty good.
He was sitting back picking his shots. He was definitely, the timing was great on him.
Yeah. Didn't overstay his welcome. Got in and out. It was
great.
So Harry and Anne are now like super agreeing with each other and whatever.
Yeah,
it's over.
They'll be married in 3 days, apparently. Yeah. So
dingbat. Stubing has lost Vicki like 12 hours into parenting. So we can't find her. Lost her after breakfast. Turns out that she is out front on the deck. She broke out the cruise director outfit and she's saying goodbye to all the passengers. So she's already doing more work than a lot of the crew.
She's impersonating a crew member is what she's doing. I'm
that's true. Is that illegal? Is that maritime law being broken?
I mean, they're in LA. They're in America. So
that's true.
Let's do something.
That's true. And that's the end of this historic episode. Totals and a recap. King of the Mountain, best episode, episode 1, worst episode, episode 2. This was a one-story episode if I've ever seen one. Yeah, this is
the ultimate one-story episode.
If they had given us, if they had given us a good storyline, a good second storyline, then this probably would have been the second best episode of the season. I don't know what I think the second best episode of the season is.
It's in there. It's in that mix. I feel like it's in that range. Right. But with just the one, it's like you don't stand a chance.
Now that we're basically 1/3 of the season complete,
that's amazing.
I've been trying to go back and kind of get a sense of the season so far because it's like it feels like we just started, but also we're 1/3 of the way done.
Yeah, and it's moving now.
But like really, I think I may have said something like this last week, but it's like after episode 2. They've all just kind of been the same level. Not bad, not great,
not great, but just
not
sort of
angering you, just kind of like there.
Yeah, they're kind of hitting singles at this point.
And somewhat unmemorable in a good and bad way. So maybe that'll change now that we kind of have the full cast ready for season 2. But,
I mean, they laid it on thick as far as the time spent to tell this story. I mean, it shows the importance of the story, but at the same time, if you invest that much time in any story, it's just going to dominate the episode. I get why. But I will say I thought Louis Nye really brought it in his limited role.
Yeah.
But nothing, award-worthy or not the best, not the worst.
No, and I think the other thing is that I guess we got to remember is not only was this like obviously they're trying to highlight the Vicki stuff, but then we have a 2-parter next week, which means,
God only
except for the first one this season, 2-parters generally stink because you're trying to do like 19 different things. So, and I I know what's happening next week. They're trying to do 19 different things. So we'll see.
Can't wait.
Captain of the week.
Well, Mike, this pains me.
You got to do
This
it.
pains me. For the first time in the history of the show, Meryl Stubing is the captain of the week.
Double hats. It is funny. Done. I'd be curious to sit and think about it, like what everybody's best episode was. But this is just by far, I bet you this is
has to be.
This is like by far the greatest gap between your best episode and whatever your second best is. Like it
100%.
Was, they landed the plane perfectly.
Because they gave it to him in a sense. They were like, look, this is you. They didn't muddy the water by having any villains in it. They sort of just made it very digestible to the other two stories. It was a slam dunk setup for Stubing. And I say that in a good way.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever said that.
No, you haven't. And I will say, if you really do graph it, even your thoughts about Stubing, but like the middle of last season, whenever they kind of figured it out, and maybe that was when they knew they were going to land here, or maybe they just got lucky or whatever it was, but it was just like they've been on a trajectory of this version of him, and it's been pretty consistent now. Like you'll get a couple weird ones every now and then, like the fact that he was kind of weirdly training the cruise directors and things like that.
Well, and
but
he
like,
was the object of a crush, like they made it a little weird. Yeah.
Right. So you'll get some stuff like that, but you're always going to get a couple weird ones. But it's been a pretty good character, and I think he's just been better too, because they do throw the humor in. There wasn't a lot of humor in this one, but no, I think it was by far his best performance that we've ever seen, so.
I mean, I think they firmly planted their flag into the dad role of Stubing, and I hope that sort of brings on an era where we can see some consistency with the character. Because remember, it was a little weird at times, like you're saying. Right.
And we also got what I think they don't go to a lot, but I always do appreciate it, is the Doc Stubing kind of, we're the adults here. We have a relationship different than the others. And so I'm glad that that's where they went with that. It wasn't like him talking to everybody or something like that. Like that stuff was saved for Doc, so.
Well, I love their like Bones and Kirk sort of relationship.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of that. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And you mentioned Barney Briscoe was excellent as well.
Yeah.
And like we said, the acting in the jury one was good enough to not make me despise what was a pretty thin storyline, let's call it.
But again, I think they made the most out of the opportunity. Was it a great storyline? Said no. But I think with their charisma and their chops, they were able to pull it off. And even them pulling it off wasn't like a great storyline. But
no, like even we actually liked Joan Van Ark last week, but I'm just trying to think, like, just take two like middle of the road people that we've seen over the years and put them in that. And that thing is hot death.
It's,
so. Yeah. But
hey, listen, you could have had a.
This is hard. Walk the plank.
Oh, it's not hard at all, Mike. I feel like the only way to go with this is Harry Strickland for breaking up the family. So I don't know where else to go. I really don't. Clearly,
see, I'm gonna go with what I assume is former housekeeper Carletta. You got one job, man. Like,
on. It's called lock the door. That's it. Jeez. That's all you have to do.
And then like
some shady,
dude, read the letter. It says you're running away. Like, she wants to go to the boat. You guys know where the port is. Come on, Carletta. What happened if Stubing didn't call?
Well, Carletta, what's more important, answering the phone or going to get Vicki? Yeah. Oh, she ran away. She ran away to the ship. Why are you still in the house there, ma'am?
Yeah.
Why don't you, if you know where she's
LinkedIn
going?
Profile updated, Carletta.
Jeez.
She's not going to be employed by either of the Stricklands in this divorce.
No, she's going to have to get a job in that liquorless bar or liquorless restaurant. Luckily, it's the same set, so it'd be easy.
What's the place that Richard Mulligan took? What's her name? With like has the bedposts and the best margarita.
Yeah. That's funny. Good call.
That is Totals and Recap for this week.
Plugs, hitting season Patreon, absolutely hammered. Whether you're cheering from the stands or tuning in from home, this is the podcast you need. So grab your bat, your cap, and your first place Phillies pride. Crack open a beer and enjoy a weekly's Phillies happy hour with Chris Jones, Justin Clue, and our very own Mike Robertson. Check out Absolutely Hammered on the Hitting Season Patreon. You can find us everywhere you find your audio podcasts. iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Podcast Addict, Amazon Music, Podchaser, Player FM, Pocket Cast, Castbox, and my brand new favorite, Podbean.
Not the listen notes.
It's terrible. Listen notes. No, I was bandwagon at best with listen notes. I feel like I've always been a Podbean fan at heart.
Well, you were a Deezer fan. That was the real one.
I was a Deezer fan for a while, and Deezer wasn't a fan of me, apparently. Please hit that subscribe button and leave a review. It really helps a lot. Check out our video podcast on YouTube. Please hit subscribe and leave a review on there as well. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook. Look for weekly reels and updates. Let me check the old mailbag, Mike, and we do have an email this week.
Oh, I forgot the sound effect. Sorry.
Mail call. This is a second email from our listener, Greg. Ahoy, while watching the last episode of The Love Boat, I was struck with how similar the Gilbert / fake Gilbert storyline was.
I believe it's pronounced Gilbert.
Storyline was to the Don Draper / Dick Whitman plot point on Mad Men. He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
The only thing Gilbert didn't do was set real Gilbert on fire.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I got to tell you, Greg, you nailed it on that one. Well done.
That's fun.
Got me wondering how many future hit shows were simply rip-offs of Love Boat segments. Good call. I'll have to keep a lookout from now on. If Steubing starts cooking blue meth in his tighty whities, good one. Or if Doc returns to Baltimore to wiretap some corner boys, I will report back in. Go Phils from our good friend Greg. He brought up something in his PS that you brought up today.
Okay.
And it was the 90-minute episodes. By the way, any idea how they managed the syndication of the awkward 90-minute episodes on season 2? He originally watched all these at 11 a.m. on Sunday mornings on Channel 17. Curious if I ever saw these episodes, if they were pared down to 60 minutes or if, God forbid, they stretched them out to 2 60-minute chunks.
I guess you could two-part them, right? So you'd have to really...
Unless you had 2-hour block of back-to-back episodes, you could do it that way.
But you wouldn't. Like,
no, you
even if you did,
right.
You'd have to have them in like the same. They'd have to be in like equal.
Well, they're
times.
All like
that's the whole point of syndication.
44 minutes long. But I don't know how you.
I think the 92ers are like, or the 90 minutes are like 62 or something like that. Yeah. So
I don't know. Maybe they just didn't show the.
Yeah, I mean, God forbid you miss out on some of these awesome 90-minute ones that we've had. So. That's a good question, actually. I never thought about that. That is a great question.
And great call on Gilbert.
Good job, Greg.
Next episode, Mike, we welcome Kelly from the Bad News Bears.
Kelly Leak?
Kelly Leak.
Jackie Earl Haley?
Jackie Earl Haley.
Wow.
The great Jackie Earl Haley.
Yeah, really?
You know, he tried out for that Freddy Krueger role back in the day and did lose the original role to Robert Englund. Yeah. But he went on to play the new version of the Freddy Krueger.
I mean, he would have been pretty young.
That's what I was thinking. I was
Freddy
like, that's
Krueger, right? I mean,
well, that was Robert Englund. That was like right around the V time when he was on that TV show.
Yeah, that would have been weird to have Kelly Leak as.
Well, he would have been like 3 feet tall. Like he's not the tallest person. Maybe that's not.
Yeah, but he would have had a motorcycle.
Everyone had to stand in a ditch, and he could pitch too. If he had to. Take him to Japan.
Get that cigarette out. You put that cigarette out.
Bad News Bears, Ginger Rogers.
Really?
And the Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders. We welcome them all to another 2-part mid-season episodes.
Yeah, that will be released on the Monday of the NFL football season. So like, you know, watch your favorite team over the weekend, get ready for Monday Night Football and listen to what I assume will be a lot of dated football references. How many actual football players get referenced in that episode? We get Roger Staubach.
Staubach would be easy. Maybe
right?
Too Tall Jones. Maybe,
yeah, I don't
maybe early for that.
How deep they go.
Tom Landry, maybe a mention. I'm trying to think of like who is an institution or they're long enough to bring up.
Bud Pomeroy.
Bud Pomeroy. You know he's covering it. Good, if anybody needs a spin-off, it's the Bud Pomeroy Sports Machine. I mean, we need athletic gear. Like
that's our best merch for this season in the store so far. Besides the Lauren Green LL Bean collection that we have.
That's funny. The Bud Pomeroy polyester polo, an athletic polo shirt with the extra long, and this no wicking. It doesn't wick anything.
Would be great if we just took the old George Michael Sports Machine logo, just put Bud Pomeroy, and just wore it and never explained it. Like, don't just say a word. Never explained it to anybody.
What's that? It's a shirt. I'm all for it. Well,
you don't know?
I know what I'm writing down on my Christmas list this year. That'd be funny. What do you want for Christmas? And who's Bud Pomeroy?
Who's Bud Pomeroy? They like football? They like football and chauvinism?
I almost want like coasters. Bud Pomeroy's Sports Machine coaster.
We should make action figures for this season.
I just got goosebumps when you said that. Yeah.
Who's good at action figure making?
Let us know.
I'm excited for next. I mean, I'm not. Well, actually, you're hosting, so I'm excited for next week.
It's going to be a good one.
But join us for a football weekend. You can wrap up your football weekend by listening to us talk about the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders and Kelly Leak, and there's some wild storylines in there, if I remember correctly from the synopsis. So,
lucky
and then
us.
we'll be into the second third of the season, which is insane. I feel like we just started. So
it's amazing. I can't believe we're at 59. It really blows my mind.
That's right. It'll be episode 60.
That's crazy.
Good Lord.
Girl. This keeps on going.
How far we're nowhere close to done.
Nowhere close. Count on us. We'll see you every other Monday for a while.
For a long time. All right. Well, I remembered I was hosting this week, so there's not some awkward silence at the end. That will do it for the very important episode 59. Next week, we assume we will have 6 regular cast members in the opening credits. Looking forward to that. But we will still have 2 of us, although we might have a guest next week. So
we'll see.
You'll have to tune in and find out. Thanks everybody for listening. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
And we will talk to you guys next week.